Hello people of YouTube, it's I once again the Great James, and this is Season 2 Episode 5 review. And, well, in this episode we of course have the finale of the tournament. I was going to say finals, but sometimes your words fail you and you have to work around them. Anyway, since you're all interested in what's going on in my life. Anyway, what actually happens is, of course, well, we go to the finals, that's without being said. And, of course, it's going to be our main protagonist, Edward, versus Oscuro, the main villain Beetleborg player. And apparently Aquari gets all the dual energy in some sort of box thing. The president guy. It's kind of confusing, but whatever. Also, apparently the whole I can see what's going... Apparently the whole vision on the thing cuts out, so just back to the usual whole... as I call it, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro standard where they just see the cards being played, but not who's using what cards or what's going on. Because Oscuro apparently wants the duel to be private. So, yeah, he's in the dream world. Edward's in the dream world where he fought his evil counterpart. So, yeah. Also, an interesting thing for this duel, now Edward's using a Cyber Stick. Yes, Ivan apparently took control sort of thing. Or I don't know. I think it's like Arc 5 where just you randomly started using Phantom Knights because who had a connection to Rory, or the Aziz girl as some might want to call her, so... Oh yeah, that's kind of the reason as to why that's my headcanon as to why he's using Cybers all of a sudden. Ivan wants to get revenge, and it's the only way to stop him, so he just uses all the code talkers and all that jazz, and a bunch of cyber monsters that I don't recognize, and I don't think have even appeared in the anime yet. So that's surprising. Granted, they could be OCG cards or cards about to be released, but that seems a little quick, dude, if that's the case. But who knows, I could be wrong. I don't play Cybers after all, so, you know, whatever. I know Transcode hasn't been printed yet. That's a dang straight fact. Well, actually, it could be printed. This shows how much I know Yu-Gi-Oh, folks. I don't even know what card is real or not. Oi, oi, oi. Either way, of course they duel, and well, as you might expect, Oscuro starts beating the shit out of frickin' Edward, and then Edward starts fighting back against Oscuro, and they both get down to around 1,000 light points. And the last second, Edward is able to pull out the win. So yes, the main bad guy has finally been defeated, but I guess since no eyes cards were on the line, this doesn't technically mean anything, because I can only assume he gets to keep the red eyes and the odd eyes, because Edward didn't use the blue eyes deck. I can only assume that this means he gets nothing for it, considering he technically also didn't put anything on the line. So yeah, I don't know. We haven't had episode 6 yet, so odds are it'll be a case of foot in mouth, but whatever. That's the case, that's the case. You know. Plus, we don't have much in this series to go, because apparently it's supposed to be 8 episodes. I think it's going to be 9, but I could be wrong. Who knows? I just think that Shadow Duelist hasn't uploaded the last one yet. But that's just my theory, anyway. So, yeah. What else? Yeah, after that duel, President Aquari decides, yeah, no, there were no winners. It was whatever, and goodbye, I have all your money. So, essentially, this entire tournament arc was nothing more than a waste of time other than to give Edward a win over Oscuro using someone else's deck. And as I point out in Bensei versus Tomas, where Bensei finally defeated Tomas, that feels kind of lackluster when you actually think about it, considering the only way you won is by using someone else's deck. And granted, Oscuro was using part of Ivan's deck as well, considering he started using Pendulum Magicians. Well, at least some of his Red Eyes cards were in there too, so you could assume that it's more like a team-up sort of thing. It bugs me a little less than just straight up using someone else's deck, if you know what I mean. So odds are later on we're probably going to have an actual duel of Edward's Blue Eyes versus Oscuro's Red Eyes, Pendulum Magician, all that jazz. So, you know, I look forward to that if it happens, but if it doesn't, well, whatever, I guess. Either way. Yeah, so this entire tournament arc was pointless, apparently. We don't know Red Skull's whole mask off thing, so we don't know who he is, unless he turns out to be a quarry. Although my headcanon is the fact that he's the champion. That's just my theory, though, considering we don't know who the champion is, and he conveniently revealed his mask off. So, since no one's going to fight him, what's the cost? But that's my headcanon, anyway. It's just good to not have nice little opinions on these sort of things before they come out, because, hey, it at least shows the people are invested, right? Anyway, in terms of everything, I just give this whole thing... It was a good duel enough, so I guess it gives an A, but I don't know. It's just the whole fact of the whole, this entire tournament arc of 5 episodes, completely pointless. Forget all of that. It's like, what? I'm sure we'll go somewhere with this, like what the president does with all this dual energy he collected in his pocketbook. Oh, I'm sorry. briefcase. Oh, I'm sorry, generator. I'm sure we'll get something with that, but it just kind of feels kind of lackluster at the moment, you know? But hey, we still got at least 3 more episodes to go. I can't count. But hey, if that happens, that happens. Hey, if I'm proven wrong, not the worst thing in the world. Plus, we still don't know about anything about this Half-Blood Prince thing, except for the fact that I think that it's bloody, Dartha. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, I've rambled for long enough. Again, I give this episode an A, so this is the Great James signing off. See ya!